Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Jibber Jabber with Jarvis on a different night than normal, because we're doing this on a Friday night. Joining me today, I have Jidayun, or Greaves for Gideon, on the lovely Twitter. Go and let everyone
Uh,
know about yourself.
hey, we're doing this Friday because I'm a little scamp who has scheduling issues. Hi, my name is Gideon, or better known on the internet as Jidayun. You can find me anywhere you can type that word, except for on Google because a weird Chinese site that I'm not affiliated with pops up. Uh, don't click on it; it asks for like weird credentials. But pretty much anywhere you type Jidayun, I'm likely one of the first results, or your search engine will tell you that this does not exist because I'm not real. I do weekly Commander content on Friday on my YouTube channel, as well as uploading occasional Baldur's Gate 3 videos. And on Twitter, I just sort of talk about cardboard.
Awesome. So, I thank you for joining me. For everyone else that has not been here before, how we do this is we randomly select a commander using the random button on EDHREC. Can go and respin it for a total of 3 choices, but after you respin, the previous one is lost forever. Then we spin to see if there's a budget, and if there is a budget, what the dollar amount of that budget is. And then we'll also get to know Jadane a little better. Are you
I
ready to
will,
go and see your options?
yeah, but before we do that, I will say that I do find it very funny that there's an article about top 10 cards for a Slime Against Humanity deck, and Dragon's Approach is the splash art.
Way to go, EDHREC.
We've
Because
done it.
Dragon's Approach is one of the top 10 cards for Slime Against Humanity.
Let's double dip.
River, I would never add a $5 budget to the wheel because I
Oh,
would
that's funny
struggle.
though. I love PDH.
Even my PDH deck is like $35.
Fair. Mine's like 4.
But let's. Are you ready to see what your commander is now?
We will. Let's run it.
Okay. First option will be Kyodai, Soul of Kamigawa.
Huh.
3 no white, but flash flying, and when it enters another target permanent, gains indestructible. But it is a 5-color commander.
You know,
One last thing before we go any further. I know Kyodai is a cheap commander, but if you would respin and you get an expensive commander, it does not count against your budget.
oh, okay. So it's budget without commanders notwithstanding.
Yes.
So, like, if we were to roll potentially like the original Tetsuo Umezawa and then roll $200 budget, oh, deck's finished.
Yes.
I think this one's a bit of a cheating because I have like brewed together some stuff for Kyodai in the past, so like it'd just be like, oh, we'll do this, this, and this. So I feel like this is an easy respin, not because I'm not interested, but because I'm too interested.
Okay, sounds good. Let's see what the next option is. Next option, Phenax, God of Deception. 3 Demir. For an indestructible god that likes you to mill. Creatures you control have tap it and put the top X cards of his or her library into his or her graveyard, where X is this creature's toughness.
Huh. Now this, this is a cool one because it's like big asses as well as mill,
Yep.
essentially.
Hey, Tony.
Well, we get to play Geralf in this too, wouldn't we? The guy who
Potentially.
makes zombies equal to butts.
You could. I think because even that would fit into a budget.
Huh. Am I allowed to use chat as a lifeline here? What does chat think?
You could ask chat. Chat, do you think we should build Phenax or should we spin for the third option?
Because he's cool, but also this deck kind of builds itself a little bit.
It does.
It's Demir Mill. You just do the Mind Crank and Blood Chief Ascension thing.
River says yes to Demir. I will always say yes to Demir. So
I'm only here for a dumb suggestion, not a lifeline. Noted.
yes.
I guess we'll run it. I guess we'll run it with Phenax.
Okay. So let's go and add that before I forget. Phenax, God of Deception, make commander. Bam. And then we'll close this one. And let's spin to see the budget. Hey, Darth, can you... it's going to delete all your messages, River. Darth, can you delete the message with the address? I think you just go and delete it.
We've rolled budget.
We did roll budget. So, let's see what the budget is. The budget can be anywhere from $50 to $200 in $25 increments.
All right. All right, $100. This means this mana base is gonna suck, guys, but we're running it.
You get a $100 budget, and I'm just gonna put that here so I don't forget.
Dang, this was my one out. Chad has said he forgot.
Don't worry, I never forget.
What kind of non-basics do we run in here? I know we could probably run the Kaldheim Snowland. Was it Ice Tunnel?
Could be. How if I do it that way? Yeah, Ice Tunnel.
All right. And then the Dominaria United one is Contaminated Aquifer, because we're not... Our commander's what, a 5-drop? We're not exactly playing early anyway.
It is Contaminated Aquifer. Yeah, you're not playing early. And we are using TCG pricing for the $100 budget.
Okay. So we are... Because I'm doing math here. We have 80 cents in the chute right now with 2 lands.
Yep.
Dire Undercurrents is like $9, so yeah. Let's not do that. I don't know. Let's figure out the mana base first, chat. Command Tower, obviously. It's not a command deck with a command deck, of course. 16 cents, love that.
Get Print it into Oblivion, get cheap. Let's go.
It's true. Based on things that are in every commander deck for 900, Alex, I'd like to run the old Soul Ring Signet package.
Soul Ring.
Let's get the boring stuff out of the way first, then we start making our fun tea. Surely Talisman of Dominance isn't expensive anymore.
I think it's like still a couple dollars. No, it's 52 cents now.
Oh shit! Love that. Love that for us. The Demir Signet. Because ideally we want a bunch of ramp, because if we can start playing early, we'd love to.
Okay.
For that reason, I feel like Myriad Landscape is justifiable. Especially since we're budget, we're going to have a lot of basics in here. Because we're going to have like 12 of each basic. That'll obviously change based on what colors we skew into.
So for another inexpensive land, Tony's recommending Sunken Hollow.
Oh, that's right. That's right, because we also have a high level of basics, so that will do good. What's the one that's like comes in tapped unless you control a swamp or an island? What's that one called? Like Drowned Catacomb, that's what it is. Because that one gets printed in commander decks now. It's only $2.
It's $2, but could be worse.
That's probably going to be our most expensive land, so that's good. Because I don't even think we can run like a Shipwreck Marsh or anything like that.
Oh no, Shipwreck Marsh is over $10 now, I think.
Jeez.
Let's see, am I right? Oh no, it's $4. I thought it was more. You could run a Shipwreck Marsh for $4.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we could run that. Let's run it. We can always change this up as the things go, because we're at $20 and $9.50 of that is our commander, so we're still doing pretty decent because we've got most of our non-basics figured out for a budget deck already.
So I know we're starting with a lot with the lands and the artifacts to get your mana base. Is this how you typically would go and build a deck? Start with the mana base package first?
I mostly on budget decks is how I like to start, because I want to figure out how much the list is going to be. And the best way to start is with the mana base. But if I'm not giving myself like an imposed budget, I start like going like, okay, what's the coolest thing I want to do? What's the direct synergies I want to put in?
Okay.
What is the main like synergy or combination I'm building the deck around? And that's where I like to start. And then I sort of fill everything out after that.
Okay.
With things that either make that stronger or also synergize with my commander in a way.
Sounds good.
Oh, Tainted Isle and Cryptic Spire is good. Because that's the draft land.
I actually think Cryptic Spire is bad. I think there's enough other lands that are good.
Fair enough.
But
let's get rid of that then.
If you want it in there, we could have it in there.
I think we can get rid of that one because what's the filter land from Odyssey? That'd probably be better suited here because it comes in untapped. It's like it's some other kind of catacomb. I know that, but I can't remember.
Well, because you also have access to you have temples.
Oh yeah, Temple of Deceit. Definitely get that in here. Good shout.
Yeah, they have printed so many dual lands lately that it's still easy to get good dual lands on a budget.
What is that land I'm thinking of?
Filter lands. You're asking the wrong guy. Let me look. Filter lands. MTG. Because my brain does not work today. Dark Water Catacombs.
Yeah, it was another kind of catacomb. I'm dumb as hell. Oh, another good thing. How much is Restless Reef? Because that's a mill piece.
I think it might actually be cheap unless it started climbing. Nope, it's less than $1.
Oh, hell yeah. So, let's start with 11 of each basic, and we can change this thing skew. Because I'm looking to finish up the mana base. Oh, I didn't know you could do that.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so we have 33 lands, so we need about, 4 more?
So I know that you're probably not going to be playing a lot of gods in here, if any other gods. But Path of Ancestry would tap for all your colors, and Exotic Orchard is also relatively cheap.
Oh, that's true. Those are two good options. I don't know why I didn't think Exotic Orchard. I was thinking, I don't want to look like a fool and say Exotic Orchard in my 2-color deck, but we are running budget, so... Okay. Trying to think of other lands that are really good. Since we have this massive basics, would Choked Estuary be good?
Could be. It would be cheap.
And then the last one could be Fetid Pools for a cycling land. That's both of our colors. We done it, chat. Dimir mana base for $11.
Hey, can't complain, right?
Yeah.
And you still have more. You could. That's just your lands and 4 mana rocks.
Yeah. Since we have 37 lands, in means of mana, we need what? About 7 more mana rocks?
Well, that's up to you.
Yeah. Wayfarer's Bauble would be good here. Because I know that's dirt cheap. Yeah, 18 cents.
They got tired of it being over $1, and they're like, okay, time to go.
All right, every commander deck, get in there. Speaking of every commander deck, let's throw the commander sphere in here.
Okay. So, going into your background of Magic, when did you start playing Magic, and what got you into it?
I started playing Magic in Tarkir block towards the end of it. Basically, what it was is I was getting close to graduating high school, and I was worried that I wouldn't have anybody to play Yu-Gi-Oh with because I was hugely into Yu-Gi-Oh, and I played it a lot during lunch break at school. So my brother comes home one day and he says, "Hey, there's this other card game that I've been playing a lot with my friends, and I wonder if you would like it as well." Because he knew that I had a penchant for essentially puzzle solving, and a lot of Magic the Gathering is that, even in 60 card. Like, it's not just Commander that's like a puzzle that's in front of you. Multiple 60 card formats historically have been solving a puzzle with your opponent as the essentially the end game being at 0 life or whatever your win con is. And boy howdy was he right. And I just sort of immediately gravitated to it, and Kanzatarkir was a perfect jumping off point because I martial arts are something that's very I enjoy martial arts a lot as an art form, not so much as like doing it myself, but I enjoy watching it being practiced. And Kanzatarkir, Dragons, as well as Fate Reforged are all, you get a bunch of that, aesthetic in that block, and it's just a very good place. It's also why I like chomped at the bit. This is probably answering a different question you had later down the pipe. The Naya disguise deck, I was like, I gotta, because that was a big thing in Tarkir was morphs, and I'm glad they brought it back in Murders.
More like, at least, right?
Yeah, it's morph but better.
That Naya disguise deck, the fact that you could have like 3 different types of face down creatures, it blows my mind.
Yeah. And they only give you like 4 of each kind of token in the deck, and that I've played that deck twice out of the box. I haven't upgraded it at all, and that's not enough.
Sounds good.
You go super wide with that deck.
Yeah, the only one I got was the Blame game, and that was just to get Trouble in Paris.
Fair. That card is shooting up in price too, so that's a good use of your money.
Oh, my wife bought it for me because she loves it.
Oh. Well, that's a good use of her money then.
For sure. So, where do you want to go to next with this?
I think we should still get the artifact ramp, because we're not exactly ramping on lands unless we throw a Burnished Heart in here, which I don't know if that really synergizes that much with the commander. Unless Burnished Heart doesn't tap to use its ability, because if it doesn't,
it does not.
Then that could be pretty spicy actually.
It does
Mill
not.
somebody for 2 and then
yeah, it does not tap to use this ability.
Oh, it sure doesn't. Yeah, that's good ramp then, because that could be a blocker. It can mill. It can. It's essentially secure a tri-builder with a little bit of upside because of our commander. Although it's not free like Sakura Tri-Builder is, but
it's 6 for lands instead of just 2.
Yeah, we're not green. We're not afforded that kind of yeah. Oh yeah, the Fallout cards do look good, but I don't know any of their prices yet, because that Dimir Ghoul, Raoul Troubleshooter, he'd be really good, but we don't know his price yet.
Yeah, and
so I want to avoid those.
I was gonna say, and even now, say someone likes that, so I don't even know if there would be a price here for it. No, there's no price. Since there's no price, I wouldn't want to add it.
Yeah. Unfortunately, chat, the budgetary restriction is keeping those out of the deck, which is fair. It's part of the game. I'm trying to think. Mind Stone. Because I'm trying to think of... Because Dimir does not get a lot of toys when it comes to ramp.
It sure doesn't.
Oh, how much is Machine God's effigy? Because that could be fun.
I do not know. So we will.
This is one of my favorite cards from Brothers War.
It is 90
90 cents. Let's run it.
You're like, throw it in there.
Hell yeah. Somebody's got a better commander than ours. Now we have it.
Come on, we're playing a Dimir Mill commander. How could anyone have a better commander than ours?
You know what? You're right. Which means we get to have 2 commanders. Damn, Jimmy. Your grandma? Yeah, your mom let you have 2 commanders.
Well, that's because grandma bought the second one and her mom won't say no.
That's true. That's reasonable. Do we think we're going to skew into? We're probably not going to skew more into black because I was thinking Cryptghast, but that's also a $10 card, which is probably not good for our budget. There's my brain working like I keep foregoing.
You're like,
Uh
oh, Crypt Gas, that'd be great. And then you're like, oh, never mind.
oh, Solemn. I'm silly.
Psalm's cheap.
He's at least one of every the commander decks nowadays.
And
yeah, 83 cents.
He's getting another reprint again in the Fallout recons.
Yeah, remember when he was like $8?
Oh yeah.
That was pretty wild.
Those were the days. Then they reprinted him in M21 and he's been reprinted all the time ever since.
Trying to think. Because I know we're going to be a creature based deck, that's for sure. Because our commander wants us to play creatures. Do we think 10 ramp? Well, technically 11 because Myriad Landscape. So I need one more piece, I think.
So you have certain amounts of each card type that you want to hit?
Yeah. The thing that's got me nervous is that we're in a mill deck. We got to throw some reanimation into this.
Mm-hmm.
But that's typically expensive. Oh, hold on. Port of Carfell, actually, as a land. I know that puts us up to 38 lands, but that's fine.
And you can always remove one or two if you need to.
Because Port of Carfell is really fun. In fact, if we remove an island and a swamp, we can also. How much is Tomb Fortress before I say this?
How much is what?
Tomb Fortress.
Tomb Fortress.
It's another reanimation land.
$3.
Oh. No. We'll leave it as is then. For the mana base. I think that shit. Sorry if swearing's bad for this. Lantern of Insight? What is Lantern of Insight?
I'm confused on why Darth wants it, because it lets you look at the top card of the library. Well, everyone's top part of the library, so I'm confused on why Darth wants Lantern of Insight.
Yeah, I don't... Darth, I'm not seeing it. Because then you sacrifice it and target player shuffles?
Shuffles their library, so that's why.
Yeah. Like, it doesn't really do anything.
Yeah, I was just confused there. Well, yeah, but...
Previous card you mentioned?
You mentioned Xanathar.
Xanathar?
Well, which is theft. Theft. But that isn't necessarily the way the deck is going.
I mean, Xanathar, while being a fun card, half of the fun of Xanathar is, I don't know what's on top of your library. I mean, I suppose it's convenient for spell table, but...
Then if this was a Xanathar deck, I would put Lantern of Insight in a Xanathar deck.
Yeah.
But
also, yeah.
So, but putting Xanathar in this deck, I wouldn't put Lantern of Insight in here just because we put Xanathar in here.
Although that does give me an idea, we should probably put Soul Guide Lantern in here in case we are playing across from a Reanimator deck while we're doing this.
Yeah, it is. And it got printed into the ground too. Remember when this was like $2?
Yeah. And then like Brothers War happened, and they're like, okay, every other set we're putting one of these in there.
Yep.
And then they printed it into a standard set proper, not as a bonus sheet. I think because it was printed into Wilds, no? Wilds of Eldraine?
Yes, I believe so.
Oh, do we cut a swamp and put Bajuka Bog in here? Because that's another graveyard hate piece.
Bajuka Bog isn't really that expensive. I think it's $1 or $2. Yeah, it's $1.11.
Yeah, that's fine. That's good eating. And oh, Midnight Clock. That'll be our final ramp piece.
Midnight Clock, and that got cheap too.
Awesome, love it. So that handles that in means of our mana situations. So now we can get to some meat and potatoes, or do we want to? Removal's important.
So what do you think of the next direction you want to go? I know that we are making this a creature-based deck because of what the commander is. What is your favorite creature type?
My favorite creature type is skeleton, but I don't think that works here.
Probably not. Why do you like skeletons so much?
Oh, they're funny little guys. They're also that I like the idea of like, well, I mean, you did kill me, but also I've paid 2 mana and I'm back. So it's both a gameplay and I think that they're just funny looking dudes.
The fact that they never leave.
Eternal, if you would, or if you won't, I don't know.
Yeah, Tiny Bones probably is not in budget and probably does not make sense either.
The new Tiny Bones would, but also we
yeah.
don't know the price of it. Oh,
Well,
speaking of which, Whisper Steel Dagger for that reason.
Whisper Steel Dagger. The new Tiny Bones looks like it could cause problems.
Oh, it being 1 mana is silly too.
Okay.
Since we're milling, since we're milling people, it's pretty good. What if we double dipped? Well, no, Brewback's $15. No,
Brewback is expensive.
he's not a cheap boy. We'll see where we get to. I know I mentioned Geralf. I want to see if he's good for this because we're rocking big asses.
Visionary Stitchers, 26
Yeah.
cents.
Yeah, that's fine. Because he'll give us big dudes, and big dudes are good.
Yes, very much.
Feel free to take that out of context, chat. It's accurate. Haunted horror? Interesting. I don't know if I don't know if I like the cut of your jib, Taco Tony.
What does Haunted Horror do? It's a 7/7 for 2.
Oh, actually, yeah, that's pretty fucking crack. Never mind. I take back every wrong thing I've ever said about you, Taco Tony. I was unawares. The ruin crabs of the world.
Ruin and Hedron.
Yeah. I know we're not landfall, but there's 0/3s for 1.
Oh, Hedron crab's almost $4.
Oh Jesus! Never mind.
But we can ruin some days.
Yeah, we could. We could definitely do that. Speaking of crabs, that's a terrible sentence.
They make medicine for that. Are you thinking the big crab?
I'm thinking of big crab. What's Charks looking like?
I don't remember if there's 2Rs. Oh no, there's not 2Rs.
Oh, 28 cents. Chat, we're gaming.
And it's 17 butt. Let's go.
Yeah. Drop the 17 top cards of your deck right now.
Okay, Hunted Phantasm. A 4/6 that can't be blocked, and when it enters the battlefield, target opponent creates 5/1/1 red goblin creature tokens.
Oh, we don't care about 5 goblins. Let's run it.
It's 1 and a blue. 2 blue.
That's good. Ideally, if we can get creatures down that are like,
there is a downside to it.
What's that?
It's $2.
Oh, I think we'll be fine.
Okay.
Because ideally, we want to be able to like curve up into our commander and then just start dumping people's libraries in the graveyard. Yep. Just pooping them in there. Hey, chat, stop building the deck for me. Although I do like where your head's at. Sewer Nemesis, what's that at?
Sewer Nemesis.
Oh, 46 cents, my beloved.
And it's a star.
Yeah. This is going to get exponentially bigger. This is great.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh, wait, for the same reason, Consuming Aberration. Depending on how this looks, $100 budget, I might end up buying this. Because this looks diabolical already. I'm just making suggestions we can't use dire undercurrents. Fair. Hmm. Okay, I'm trying to think of more thick compatriots. Also, just terrible words. We got hunted horror, hunted phantasm. Is there any? There's no more hunted cards. But the rest, they only had one cycle of those, I imagine.
Let's look. Hunted. There's a
Oh
hunted
wait,
ghoul and a hunted
yeah.
nightmare, but I don't know what they do. And a hunted bone brew, but I
It's
don't know
also
what any.
hunted by the family.
I don't know what any of these cards do.
Hunted by the family is not a good card. I don't. I understand why it's 12 cents.
What does hunted horror do? Because it's a horror. Oh wait, we already have hunted horror in there. Get that
We're
out.
breaking the rules.
Come on, Jarvis. Follow the rules. It's not that hard. Hunted
There's a.
ghoul.
I'm gonna look
Camp
at this.
Humans. That's not good.
What am I thinking of? It's a saga from the Doctor Who decks. That's really good for this. Death in Heaven.
Oh, Death in Heaven. Okay. Okay.
It's Graveyard Hate, and it can make us a bunch of dudes. Because while we would love to be able to play with our opponent's creatures potentially, we need a backup plan if they're also on Reanimator.
We do. A couple things. Tony recommended Nemesis of Reason. I don't know what that does either.
Let's see what that is.
When defending, when it attacks,
Oh, jeez, yeah.
10, and it has a butt
Yeah.
of 7. Also,
The captain,
whatever,
Captain.
guitar.
Don't say this the wrong way.
The Goth Rod.
Yeah.
So
He's 22 cents. Fantastic.
So, couple questions. Another question I have for you. So, we've talked a bit about your Magic background, but what is your hobby that's outside of Magic?
Oh, I'm a. What if I said not applicable? Would that be?
You don't have a hobby that's not Magic?
Like I sometimes will just like build shit. I don't know if that really qualifies though, because it's like to fix my house.
Oh, typically when I build shit, it's in the bathroom, but teach their
Oh, yeah. You know, sometimes sculptures are the way to go, Jarvis. Terrible sentence by me. Other hobbies. I mean, I play video games, but everyone plays video games.
Well, what's your favorite video game right now? Not named Baldur's Gate 3.
Shit. I've been had.
It's like I read your mind.
I've actually been playing a lot of Street Fighter 6. Like a lot. I'm trying to get good at that game. Well, I say good, but like where I can actually play against people. Modern controls has really helped with that. I will say that.
You're trying to become better than computers so you can play against real people.
Yeah. I'm getting pretty decent with Jury.
Nice.
One of the few that were gypped by not getting a secret layer card in that Street Fighter thing. But I get it was the original 8.
Yeah. I should have bought those, but I didn't. So I just steal with what I have left.
Universes Beyond set for that when? When are we getting a whole set?
More?
Do it like the Assassin's Creed one.
I'm still surprised by Assassin's Creed. I didn't think that video game was big enough to get its own set.
I think it's so funny that the Assassin's Creed set is making where you can have actual historical figure Leonardo da Vinci in your command zone.
I saw that the card name. I actually ignored all the cards that they unveiled for that because I probably won't get it.
Also, actual historical figure Cleopatra can be your commander. Guilt Feeder?
So,
Taco Tony, do you happen to have a Phenax God of Deception deck?
But Frank, by the way, the 017, that's Charks. We already have it in there, and we also already have Ruin Crab in. Taco Tony did say they built a mill deck recently, not necessarily a Phenax deck, but a mill deck.
Ah.
I'm just
Part of,
curious. Since we are talking about mill, do you want to see how expensive this Miracle Orb is?
yeah, let's see.
It's $5.62.
Oh. We're already at 62 out of our main deck. I feel like we're only at 30. We can put in a $5 card.
Okay.
Because there's no way we don't miss Miracle Orbit up, right? Like
Right.
it just got reprinted. I am deathly curious how much Rise of the Dark Realms is.
$5.
Chat, we found our finisher.
Here we go.
Okay, one last money card I feel would be Breach the Multiverse.
You know, if we built this like a month ago, this would still be less than $1. But now it's $4.
Shit. I mean, that's fine.
Still love it. Yeah.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah, Breach the Multiverse has gone up a little bit since standard RCQ. Because people have been playing Rakdos Breach and having
Yeah, that'll do
success
it.
for it. I don't know.
Blue creatures with big asses, chat. That's where we're at now.
I don't know why I know these things. I just know these things because I spend too much time. Here, we could do this. What do you want the toughness to be greater than?
Greater than 4.
Greater than 4. Here we go. There's 781 with toughness greater than 4.
Hell yeah.
Well, actually, there's another thing. Is there a mana value you want it less than?
Oh, that's true. That could narrow it down by a lot. Because like I imagine most of these are like beefy ass demons.
Yeah, like you have 4 drops, 7 drops. So
Let's do yeah, less than 4.
Okay.
4 will be our guideline number.
You're down to 79. Much more manageable.
Yeah.
And you know what the great thing is? We could just add right from here.
Oh, the 7 in there untapped. The Black Oak of Aduno seems pretty decent.
Okay. Bam. So I know Aegis Turtle is a vanilla creature, but it is a 1 mana 0/5.
That is true. Yeah, let's run that because it's sort of like Ruin Crab without the landfall.
Yep.
And more ass.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, chat, but I'm always in approval of more ass. Sorry.
Sometimes. Depends on the day.
Actually, is that oak bad? Because we're tapping another untapped creature to control. We could tap that creature to mill people.
That is
That
true.
seems bad. Let's eat it.
Okay.
What's the flip side of catapult fodder? Because that's almost always going to be online.
It's a 2/6.
Oh yeah, let's put that in because that could start killing people.
Do you want a Death Shadow? That would be awful in Commander.
Yeah.
You said it as a joke.
I'm gonna play my Death Shadow, state based action, it'll die.
There's a morph.
There is a morph.
Dragon's Eye Savants.
That's true. Do we throw the me flavor on there and put a morph in the deck?
It is a 0/6 for 2.
That too. It also lets us look at our opponent's hand whenever it's flip face up. So I feel like this is actually good. And that morph cost is basically nothing. Okay. Every day I wish that Egon was exile 2 cards from a graveyard, but
Right?
unfortunately they had to make it balanced.
Makes it that I never play Egon anywhere.
Yeah, he's so cool. Okay. Goodness gracious. Some of these cards are very funny.
Because of how bad they are?
Yeah. Like Hunted Nightmare is really funny. Because it's like, hey, give your opponent a Death Toucher.
Yep.
Oh, hold on, Hover Barrier. That's a flying 06.
There we go.
For 3 mana. That's a really good blocker, and it mills for 6. Phenax is a funny little guy.
Oh, he is.
Hmm.
Do you want a
Yeah,
13,
we got
13 that will cost you 12?
Hmm.
What do I even know?
You know, now that you've said it out loud, no. I'm sorry, Moaning Wall?
It's an 05 for 3 that cycles.
That's true.
Man, some of these cards are bad. Another morph. It's an 05 for 3.
Huh. And it's also a defender with flying.
Yes.
And for that reason, if the hover thing made it in there, we got to play with the Monastery Flock.
Sounds good.
One day we'll find out what kind of card draw we're going to put in this, but it's not today. Well, actually, it has to be today because we're not exactly doing this again tomorrow.
I don't believe so, no.
Riptide Turtle. He's got Flash. No, that's not really good enough.
Yeah, he's a 2 mana 05 with Flash. Yeah, too bad none of your creatures have actual power. Otherwise, Phyrexian Dreadnought would be hilarious.
Oh, that'd be so funny.
And it's stupid expensive. Never mind.
Oh dear. Yeah. $90.
Reading the card.
Reading the price unfortunately explains the price.
Bruno Stormkirk. This is the one that cares about horror. No, Krakens, Leviathans, and Octopuses.
I wish he cared about horrors.
Make him so much better, right?
He would. You just buy that captain deck and then... Oh, hold on. Ancient one.
Ancient one?
The ancient one.
Yeah, we'll get that. Do you want?
Yeah.
Shield Sphere is a 0/6 for 0.
Oh, absolutely. It is $5, although we've been pretty cost effective up to this point.
And we can always cut it if it's too much.
That's true. Wall of Junk. Hey, buddy. I went to this wall. Everyone knew you.
Yeah, look at all these walls that we have. We do have a Wall of Junk for 2 mana. And it's a 0/7.
It is a 0/7, and we're likely never blocking with this thing. And even if we do, it's 2 mana. So yeah, we'll put that in.
There's also the Wall of Frost. That's a
Hmm.
0/7 for 3. But when it blocks that the creature
Oh,
that it
sleeps
blocks,
the creature.
yeah.
Huh. Yeah, that seems funny.
Uh,
Attack me and you won't do it again. At least not for another turn cycle.
there's all these walls are pretty okay. You know how I say pretty okay? Not like I'm not giving them the good.
Yeah, they're all right.
Pretty okay.
All
So
right, I think we've done our balls to the wall. Let's start getting real creatures.
okay. So I do have another question for you, and this is
No.
my favorite question to ask everyone. If you were given the power to ban any single card in all of Magic, meaning it gets banned from any format that it is currently legal in, what card would you ban?
Oh, it's easy. It's Teferi's Protection.
Man, why would you ban Teferi's Protection?
It is. It never feels good and I've played with the card as well. It doesn't feel good to be on either side of it. Uh, it is the most like either you've basically dick punched someone and then slammed the door on said dick that you've just punched, or you're like force fielding your own dick from being punched, which is fine, but then it gets back to your turn and you do nothing and you just wasted everybody's time. Like,
Okay.
and I've had it on so many different occasions where I've got this person more dead than, the queen, and because they had 3 mana and a funny little white source included in that, they're like, no, no thanks, sorry bestie.
See, it's funny that you say that. Do you know why? Because it sounds like you never cast a Teferi's Protection in response to your own Obliterate.
I don't think that I've done that. No,
It feels fantastic.
I don't doubt that. But I suppose it only like tags one thing in one format, but that is the only card that I like hate.
Hey,
Everything else is just like a mild annoyance.
that means it's banned everywhere. Sorry, Legacy
Oh.
players, you can't T-Pro out anymore.
Oh yeah. I forgot that Legacy uses the commander cards.
Okay. So right now,
While simultaneously also remembering that White Plume Adventure ruined that format for a year.
Yes. Yes, it did. We are at 74 cards. And at $53, but really it's more like at $44.
We're doing pretty good. We're gaming. This is like a PDH deck. We should probably start worrying about like card draw and removal a little bit, hey?
Maybe a little bit.
How much is Blood Chief Ascension actually?
I think it's like 10 or 20. No, actually it's cheaper. Oh, because got
that's we can run that since we're doing so well in the budget.
You want to see what Mindcrank is too?
Yeah, let's go.
You want to be that guy? Yo, Skylar.
Yeah, let's be that guy.
It's $5.
Oh, let's do it. Budget does not mean a lack of infinite combos, chat. Hello, crowd control MTG. It's all fun and games until someone counters your Teferi's Protection. I've done it once, and it was the greatest feeling in my entire life. Person was being like targeted with an Electro Dominance for like 34, and they're like, "No, I'm going to Teferi's Protection." I was like, I think that I'll Swan Song that, have a bird, and die. Like, it felt so amazing. I tried to clip Tef's protection banning, but Twitch said no. Yeah. Oh, well. Unfortunate. I would stand by that. I only have it in one deck, and it's getting replaced by that that split second card that attaches all equipment to one creature.
Okay.
So, and then I'm going to have a cool $45, because I'm going to sell it.
How do you feel about Thing in the Ice?
Thing in the Ice. We don't have a lot of horrors is the issue.
I try to avoid putting my Thing in the Ice.
Is it a May?
Well, it's more.
We also
You need to be more instant sorceries for Thing in the Ice to trigger. It's a 2-mana 0/4, but if you're able to get the ice counters off of it, it becomes a 7/8. And the 7/8 it becomes bounces all creatures that aren't horrors.
I suppose that's like a cost effective board wipe because we're in Demir. We need to think about that to be sure. Yeah, it seems reasonable actually. I was thinking we don't have a lot of horrors. We actually do have a non-zero amount. We've got the Captain. We've got Consuming Aberration, Hunted Horror. I think the Phantasm is also a horror. I could be wrong.
We have a total of 6 horrors.
Oh, but we could run that then. Yeah. Oh yeah, Sewer Nemesis is a horror, and that's one of our best cards.
6
Oh, hold on.
walls.
Speaking of really good cards that are like Sewer Nemesis, Night Howler.
Night Howler.
$0.16. Awesome. Yes. Since we're milling things, this thing's going to be huge. Or if we want to get it done before we started our game plan, we attach it to something, and then it starts getting huge.
Do you want me to look at Guilt Feeder?
Yeah, let's look at Guilt Feeder, because it's not the first time chat's mentioned Guilt Feeder. It's 37 cents.
Has fear, and when it attacks and isn't blocked...
Oh! Yeah.
That's mean.
Zealot's Sanity Flare, I just realized. That's another horror, too. $4.91? Yeah, but that's good, though.
Yeah, it's another one that if it gets to...
Makes us blockers.
Yeah. It does. Now, you are thinking of... You need card draw, you need removal.
Yeah, we are at 80. We should probably start looking into that.
Do you want the most stereotypical mono black card draw?
Yeah, we're thinking Phyrexian Arena, aren't we?
Yeah, it's cheap actually too.
It should be like $1, yeah. Yeah, like $1.35. That's...
Do you know what's even better? It's the Phyrexian one that's stupid cheap.
Yeah. I have this card like right over here, I think. Yeah, I do. I can see it.
Gipsleep Jailer.
Cards in graveyards use all abilities. But what about our cards in the graveyards that want to be used? Silly. You doing good on budget? Aboleth Spawn? What does that do? I forget. Is that the one that, like, you get the ETB?
Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under an opponent's control, causes a triggered ability of that creature to trigger, you may copy the ability.
It is a fish horror, too. Yeah, I mean, we are doing good on budget. We still have, like, almost over $30, my bad.
Yeah.
To play around with.
Yeah.
For removal, obviously feed the swarm because we need our...
This is a card that I was like, oh man, if they don't reprint this in the ground, it's going to be valuable for a common, and then they reprinted it into the ground.
Yeah, now it's 15 cents. I love to see it. I did not know that Rise of the Darkroom was only $6, by the way. I might have to go on TCG Player after the stream. Or even Card Kingdom. A Kingdom of Cards. If our removal's on creatures, that's for the best, hey?
Mm-hmm.
For that reason, Ravenous Chupacabra. I know it's only a 2/2, but tee-hee. It's also 14 cents, so...
Yes.
What's Dalek Drone?
Dread in the Lock.
There's also... I was going to suggest that after Dalek Drone.
Dalek Drone?
Yeah.
I don't even know what that does.
When it ETBs, you pop a thing, and its opponent loses 3 life.
Okay.
It's a pretty good. It's a pretty good creature.
I love Drawn on the Lock.
Oh, it's only 90 cents. Hell yeah, get that in there. Do we want like the counter spells that mill? Like didn't say please and thought collapse?
We could. Hey, it's your deck. So I know we're building a Dimir deck. What is your favorite color combination?
It used to be Gruul, and then it slowly and surely became Rakdos.
I respect replacing the green with black because black is one of the 2 best colors in all of Magic.
I mean, I won't disagree.
The other one's blue.
Fair. I mean, you must be right at home with this.
Oh, I am.
What's some quirky reanimation, right? Because other than what we've already got, of course. What's Animated Dead at? I know it just got reprinted as well.
It is $4.
Jesus. Yeah, let's not worry about that. Unearth, somebody mentioned in chat earlier.
Unearth is 24 cents.
That's good. From your graveyard.
3 or less, though.
We do have a lot of those because of the wall searching that we did. Like it gets back.
Yep.
Hold on, what's Sewer Nemesis mana value? Because this could be huge.
What's the Nemesis?
Sewer Nemesis.
4.
Oh, it's 4. I mean, there's still a lot of good things to hit, like Aboleth Spawn, our turtle, Burnished Heart, even.
Here's another one for you.
Victimize is really good.
They do come back tap, but that's not a big deal.
Yeah, most of our stuff's gonna be tapped more often than not, anyways. Although we're gonna have a choice of when it happens. It's not a sorcery on Phenax, right?
Correct.
It doesn't say activated as a sorcery. I should know. I used to have this in Tasha until I was like, maybe we don't make a lot of creatures in this deck to run this. Draw abilities. If only there was like a Rish Card's Expertise, but for asses and in blue. That'd be fun.
Isn't there a draw card that's equal to toughness?
I think it's a green card.
Probably is.
Because green is silly like that. What if we indulge in a little bit of taint with Tainted Indulgence?
That could be it. That could be good. Do you know what I just thought of as well? Into the Story.
Yeah, what is that? I don't even know what that is.
It was played in Rogues and Zendikar Standard because it is 3 mana less if an opponent has 7 or more cards in their graveyard, so it becomes a 4 mana draw 4.
Yeah, that's good. That's really good for this because
it's
ideally this is online as soon as we can cast it.
Yeah.
Like,
and it is instant speed, which makes it pretty good too.
That's true. Somebody goes to like farewell, you do this in response. Because the graveyards will be gone thereafter. Thinking. We got 8 slots left. The rest should be removal and card draw, I feel.
Yes, I would agree with that.
What is Virtue of Persistence at? Because we still have a good deal of our budget, too.
I think it's like 10. 1357.
I think we can fit this in.
Well, you still have $15 left for the last 7 cards of putting that in.
Yeah, that can definitely go in. Because that's removal and reanimation. That's both sides of what I want.
So another card that could go and act as a creature with removal. I don't know how much it is, but Murderous Rider.
Yeah, let's see it. Let's see what Murderous Rider is at. I imagine it's not very expensive.
It is 59 cents.
Yeah, that we can run that. Speaking of adventure spells, Cruel Somnophage.
Bam.
Is that what's Can't Wake Up do? Target player mills 4 cards.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's another thing that's like essentially Goif.
Yeah, and Tony's recommending Grizzly Spectacle.
Yeah, what is Grizzly Spectacle? Imagine that sounds like a black card. 6 cents.
Destroy target non-artifact creature. Its controller mills that many cards equal to its power.
Oh, that's good. That's a good suggestion, Tony.
One thing I noticed that you didn't have in here, you don't really have any board wipes other than
Yeah, we have a Sting in the Ice.
yeah. And triggering a
What's
thing in the ice
some-
is going to be kind of hard because of how many. You only have 11 instances of sorceries currently.
Yeah, so that's not exactly reliable. So we should probably get 1 or 2 of those in there. How much is Fairy Slumber Party? Because I figured that's cheap thing that leaves dudes on our end.
265.
That can fit. That can fit in the budget.
Do you know what one I think is hilarious right now?
What's that?
I don't know how much it's going for. It's not
A single cent.
Not devious cover up. Wrong one. It is a counter spell. That's what I was thinking of. Black card from Karlov Manor. It is devious. Oh no, deadly cover up. 33 cents.
Oh, that's pretty good.
You destroy all creatures. You can collect evidence 6. And if evidence was collected this way, you exile a card from an opponent's graveyard, then search its owner's graveyard, hand, and library for any number of cards with that name and exile them. What I find hilarious, you do this to a monocolored deck.
Oh. Fuck your entire land base?
Yes.
Oh, that's funny.
I'm in the process.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, I'm in the process of looking at Conrad to put this in Conrad because I just think it'd be.
Oh,
Hilarious.
speaking of Conrad, let's get him in here.
Okay.
I don't know how I didn't think of that till just now.
And he's cheap.
I think the last card, because we have 2 board wipes, we've got some removal, some counters, and we do have card draw reanimation. Do we want to put Dreadhound in here because it's Conrad number 2?
We could, yeah.
It's only 12 cents. Even including the commander, we did $100, Jarvis.
There you go.
We've done it. Chat, I had faith in me. Did you?
Are there any changes you want to make to this?
I mean, I kind of love it actually.
Okay.
With how many, like, could you imagine flashing in an Aboleth in response to, like, I'm going to play my Dockside Extortionist?
It would be hilarious.
Yeah.
So, with you liking where this is, the next big question, what do you want to call it?
Oh, man. That ass is gas.
There you go.
The worst title. It's I think it's because the word ass.
Yep, you can't use that. It violates
shit.
AS.
Damn.
You do it like this.
There we are. People will be able to fill in the gaps there.
Yes.
The cracks, if you would.
I would. I would fill in the cracks.
Darth Vash.
Maybe.
Oh, people in chat are talking about, I don't know if I can pick a favorite color combination. Build all colors all the time. Oh, I never, like, went into why Rakdos was my favorite, did I?
No.
I just like, no, this is my answer. Let's move on.
Pretty much. But hey, it happens that way sometimes.
Nice interview.
This is a nice little mill deck.
No Brewvac required.
No brewvac required.
Though we probably could cut like a $5 card and put that in here if we wanted to, but in the same respect,
How much is Bruvac?
I think he's like 15 now.
He's 10.
Hold on, we could totally put this in then.
So you
What do we
want to
take out?
change. So
Let's
you
take out the hover barrier.
the hover barrier. Take out the hover barrier,
There we are.
and you're underneath because Phenax himself is 961, so you're still underneath.
Let's fucking go.
And you got Bruvac now.
This deck is funny. This is nice.
I can see it being a lot of fun.
We even have an infinite combo in here, chat.
We do. One of the best infinite combos too.
Yeah, the good old Mind Crank and Ascension combo. Have at least one deck of every single color combination, a total of 32.
Yep.
See, I had the same idea, and then I realized that there are some color combinations I cannot stand.
Me
Like-
too. Like Selesnya or Gruul.
I used to hate the dog shit out of Selesnya, and then I built Elevere, and it's just like warped my entire worldview.
I used to hate Mono Red before I built Lelia.
See, there are certain decks that change your man, and that's one of them.
And now Lelia
Like,
is going to be Modern Legal after Modern Horizons 3 drops.
I saw that, and I was like, you know who's really excited about this information? Jarvis Moonbeam, that's who.
And I don't even play Modern.
You just get into Modern so you can run 4 Lelias at once.
4 Lelias, 4 Sir Conrads. There you go. That's all I need.
Yeah, and a mirror box so we can have all of them out at the same time.
And I go and sit down at my LGS for Modern Night, and they're like, "What is this dog shit you're playing?"
And how's it winning?
Don't worry about it. Just don't worry about
It's guys, it's Rakdos Scam. You should be familiar.
it. But, well,
Yep.
I appreciate you joining me, answering my questions, building this lovely deck. It's something that I would play. It's definitely it's definitely my type of deck. But remind everyone about who you are again.
My name is Jidayun. You can find me at Jidayun on like any website where you can actually find something with that. I do Commander content weekly on my YouTube channel every Friday. In fact, I've been notified that the video I uploaded today messed up during rendering, which is awesome. I have good friends that tell me these things, but that's what you'll find over there. I have a blast playing Magic with my friends, and I'd like to think that they also have a blast with me, although I'm not sure. They're either having fun or faking it very well.
At least they're playing with you again, right?
It's true. It's true. That part I can walk home with my head held high, even though I don't walk home. Words are hard when you're tired.
I know the feeling.
And on Twitter, I just sort of talk about cards as they come out and what cards I'm normal and totally can be trusted with. Expect a lot of that kind of posting over the next couple of weeks because I'm so normal about the Fallout crossover, guys. I'm so normal.
You're not excited for it at all.
Nah, I'm not even a little bit. I definitely didn't become a wrath of bees earlier looking at all the cards that were being revealed.
So you might have been a little bit of a Hornet Queen?
A little bit. It is getting reprinted.
Did it get
it's getting reprinted as Specimen 73, which is one of the giant Cazadors from Fallout New Vegas.
See, more than I know. I only ever played Fallout 76.
Fair. But also, I'm sorry.
But yeah, I do want to thank you again for joining me. And if you are watching this on YouTube, which it will be posted on Sunday if you're in chat right now, all the links will be in the description for the deck and all of my links and any links that Jidayun has to give me. But
I will send my link tree.
And we'll be back next week, everyone, with JJ Mickey, I think, this time.
That's a cool dude.
Yeah, it is. Bye, everyone.